It happens in every person's life, and I know it's not specific to me. Turbulence. How could somebody who released 500 videos in the span of 2 years just disappear? Well, I didn't exactly. Whether we know it or not, we are all surfers. We're surfing on the crust of the earth, and there is a lot that is bubbling underneath. It's inevitable that catastrophic events happen, and these events definitely shake you, but they also create opportunity. You have to be wise with yourself when these events happen. And as somebody who has studied art, the inspiration continues to happen, but the production of the art stops. At least that's the healthy thing to do, and that's what I was trying to do. For me, metal detecting is the natural intersection between inspiration, where I want my curiosity to go, and mental health. It's an activity that really helps me diffuse from the struggles that life throws at you. I've been on record as of saying that making YouTube videos about metal detecting has not disrupted the process of me enjoying it, and that's still very much true for most of the time that I've done it. But I just felt the need to stop making videos, and while I navigate what I'm going through, and I'll elaborate a little bit more on that in this video, I just felt the need to do metal detecting for me without cameras, and that was fun for a while. I'm doing better, so we're releasing some videos. We got some catching up to do. This video takes place in July of 2021, and we are going to Lake Placid, New York. It's a trip that my family has done pretty much every year since my kids were born. It's a great family trip. Going to be doing some gold mining, and we're going to be doing some metal detecting. I want to take a moment to thank you for hanging in there and for all the messages that you said that really helped. I miss you guys and girls too. Let's go.
Gabby, sit properly, please. Gabby, sit up.
All right, we're discussing the concept of complimentary breakfast.
Wait, what time is it?
What do you think about complimentary breakfast?
6:41.
I'm getting the feeling it's like the waiters just gonna compliment us, saying, "Good job chewing."
Good. That's what I like about it.
No.
41, I just checked.
I know, it's almost time for complimentary breakfast.
10 o'clock.
What do you think the waiters are going to say when we get complimentary breakfast?
Nice job chewing.
And what about you? What do you think about complimentary breakfast?
I hope you like my haircut.
I do.
Good. Bye.
Bye. All right, got my flip-flops, got my metal detecting NYC gear. We're going to be doing metal detecting in this trip. We're also gonna speak, Meryl. Going to be doing some gold mining. So, let's go. Let's start out with complimentary breakfast. We're heading to the, no, not the Catskills, the Adirondacks. Heading up to Lake Placid. It's a very placid lake, and we're going to metal detect.
What?
Did you say the Catskills?
I said Catskills. I know.
What?
I haven't made a video in a while. I'm usually on my game, but I'm just...
Well, yeah, well...
I don't know if you guys remember, but I don't know if you guys saw this, but I have glasses now.
He's got glasses.
Me.
It's all about you? Okay, yes.
High definition life is the best.
Oh.
It's all about me.
Well, what were you going to say?
It's all about me.
It's all about you. Okay, sorry.
Oh my. You took everything.
Did you just call me fat? You just said I took everything.
Gabby, this is supposed to be complimentary breakfast. Is your breakfast complimenting you?
Yeah. They're saying thank you for
I see.
Thank you.
I really don't know how you can screw up a hard-boiled egg. They managed it. This is stale.
Listen to the darn car. I was saying, listen to the sound of nature. We got a waterfall. There's been a lot of rain up here. And we got a river that is flowing fast and accumulating all that New York gold, all 2 or 3 flakes that we're gonna look for. That's what we got last time. I'll put a link to the video that we did here 2 years ago now. We skipped it last year. And, oh my God, there's another person videoing. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Well, let's get closer. You see, I watch all the videos on YouTube, and these things, they work kind of like a sluice. And if I clean this out, it's too high right now. Perhaps on the way back, if I clean this out, we might be able to get a little bit of a flake of gold, although it's coming from all the way up down the hill. It's beautiful. It's probably not very gold bearing. The gold that's in New York is pushed down from Canada during the Ice Age, and it's a few placer deposits that get pushed around, but we did get it last time, so it is possible. But I'm also going to spend a good amount of time metal detecting on this trip. There have been years that the banks to this river called the Ausable River. I'll put that in the video, the name. The banks would be full of rocks. Not this year. We actually see some, I don't know if I could call that rapids. We see some water movement. Yeah. We got a funky little bridge here. I love it up here. It's really cool. And there's no traffic. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
We just stopped by the
Carla.
creek and
Carla, if you
It's
ever go to
very
Lake
high.
Placid, all that you see is for the girls.
it's going to be a different bathroom.
So is this your favorite place?
Yeah.
Welcome back to Lake Placid.
Dad,
Daniel.
worst comes to worst, your phone drops.
Yeah, man, gravity. That's,
Gravity, the one thing that...
I got a life-proof case, though. That's where we're gonna metal detect. Well, I mean, there's barely any people now, and I've gotten braver.
Barely?
Yeah.
Can you even...
Oh, please, I've been to, packed beaches. Beautiful Lake Placid. This is actually Mirror Lake. There is, Lake Placid is up over in that direction. The town of Lake Placid is where we are, and this is Mirror Lake, and we're at a hotel called the Golden Arrow, and we have booked like 8 of the last 10 years. Kids love it. Oh, it is game time. It is game time, folks. We have a gold mining crew. Our friends from college and the next generation, and we're gonna get very tiny flakes of gold if we're very lucky. This way. I'm gonna get chicken McNuggets. That's a much better, higher probability prediction.
Chicken nuggets,
Much.
gold nuggets.
Yeah, we need those too, and we need to go down this way.
Oh, so it is that way.
Yep. Go. Like the wind. We're making our way down to this beautiful river with rapids.
Bears?
Bears, yeah. They're part of the ecosystem.
Everybody watch your step here. This gets slippery. Yep. I just slipped. Well, that was exciting. We made it. And I've never seen this water level so high.
Children will not be getting in the water, okay?
Yeah.
This is tar. It's like residue of fire.
Okay, we gotta find a spot. Yeah, this is higher. Let's go a little further. Okay, what I'm looking for is an area where the river bends a little bit. And this is exactly that. This is exactly that. So this is where I think we're going to set up some camp. And we should be able to get the sluice moving over in here. Okay, let's do that. All right, so I just explained to the kids the concept of the sluice. And now we have to set it up. This looks like a good spot where we could dump some pay dirt. Hopefully it's pay dirt in here. We have to classify it first, and I will go over that process. All right, I do believe we have a working sluice. We're going to have to test it some, but let's get some material so that we can test. Let's see. All right, so we got a bucket that's full of water. Can I get that? What we're going to do is in this area in here, we're going to start by scooping. Watch your foot. And we're going to scoop, and we're going to put this in. And you could even take this stuff, especially the stuff with the bigger rocks. You want to dump that in. And you're probably going to need another bucket. You fill that second bucket up. And you dump it in here. And you get the smaller stuff. And you dump that, and the smaller stuff stays down there.
Alright, then what?
Then, good question. Then, what we're going to do, I'm going to get rid of the excess. Once we have a full bucket, you got to watch your step. We're going to go over here. So we go over here. So we take this, and we run it through this. And you see it going through?
Yep.
Yeah, it sails through. I have to adjust the level of it, but you can see the sand slowly disappearing. The water, it's not even yet, but the water level is pretty close. There we go. Look at it go. And anything that's heavy is going to stay. Look at this, like a finely oiled machine. Uh-oh. I jinxed you, I'm sorry. Gabby, you got to watch your fingers though, okay?
Alex, watch it. Yes, there's something solid over here.
Yeah.
That's not flat, honey, it's rock.
Yeah, anything that is...
Gabby, don't step on the rock, step on the sand.
Yeah. I'd get your hands out of the way, Gabby. He's going to get you with the shovel.
Yep.
In fact, let's fill that with some water so that... there you go.
Tip me over.
Get in there, Daniel. Perfect. Oh, I got help this year. This is amazing.
Hey, this is falling.
You know what? Let's fill that with some water, and then it's not going to fall. Good job, Gabber. Yep, keep scooping that, and then we will run it through the sluice. I'm going to work on the level of the sluice.
Can you do the sluice part for me? I don't want to get that close.
Absolutely, I'll do the sluice part for you.
Now, I'm probably not good enough of a gold miner to consider myself an expert teacher of a gold miner, but you know what part of teaching is? It is the passion about a subject. And even if the sluice level was not perfect, everybody got to see how much I care about pulling those little flakes of gold or possibly pulling those little flakes of gold out of the ground. There's physics involved. When you're talking about sluicing, if the water is going too fast, you're going to wash away the really, really fine pieces of gold, because that's all there is in New York. And if it's too slow, it's going to accumulate too much of the stuff that you don't want. We stuck to a inner bend of a river, the Ausable River, and this location has produced for us in the past. So the challenge is, with my limited knowledge of gold mining, which really did come from YouTube, can we get anything? Can we get the flour gold that's available in New York? As I understand it, gold mining is a process of separating what you don't want and using the physics to make that happen. So we were, at this point, consolidating our pay dirt. We got rid of the big rocks, with the strainer, and we sluiced the speed of the water in the river, took away the lighter objects, and what we were doing is consolidating what we had left. And it's such a fascinating process if you think about it. You have riffles, which are slight rises that objects kind of go over, and you have a rug. The stuff that you use is so crude, but it works. The riffles, will catch the heavier objects as long as you don't have the speed of the river. I can't slow down the river. I could adjust, turn my sluice a little bit perhaps, or find another spot, but it could get washed away. And, all we are trying to do is get the physics right, and that's looking good right there. It's going through, and we got rid of all of the big rocks that were there, and we're letting the physics take care of the rest. So it goes through there, and the heavier stuff we have to trust gets trapped.
I have to say, I love this. Watch this. Watch this. Look at it slowly disappear. I just dropped that too fast, but boom. Perfect flow of the water. Now we just gotta gently feed this, and we got help over there. Let's go, go, go! What you waiting for? Daniel, what you doing, man? Go, go, go! They're getting ice cream out of this. So I just told them that it took me 12 buckets to get that tiny bit of gold that we got last time. And ideally, where we're digging right now, we could get something. We're forced to dig here, but ideally you want to be a little further out, because this is all the sand. You want to be in this rocky area in here, as far as I understand. Good work, guys. Good work. Give that a shake, Daniel. Yep, stratify.
Green thing.
Now dump that out. Make sure it doesn't spill.
See a green thing.
No, not like that. Just dump the rocks out. Yep. Yep. Now give that another scoop.
Guys, we have a whole place over here. Should we
Yep.
try doing some?
Yep, we should try there. Absolutely.
All right.
How's it going, Amelia? Yep, you're getting this. Excellent job. All right, I have to say, I'm just full of pride right now. We are working like a fine oiled machine right now. We're even doing some gold panning. The sluice is the more efficient way, no doubt about it. But, I'm a teacher. We geek out at stuff like this. So, that's a good amount to pan. Yeah. So what you're going to do, put that underwater. Yep. And shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Now bring it to the sand. Yep. Just drop it on the sand right here. Just put it down. Good. And you're gonna lift. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Dump this. And now let's see if you could pan that.
Okay, so what's the next step?
Daniel, you're gonna help too.
Yep.
So she asked, what's the next step?
All right.
Go, Daniel. Go. Kazanjian. Did it? Good job, ladies. We're good. Below the water.
So now it is time for the cleanup, and everything would be caught in the little rug that we have. So what I'm going to do is I have an empty bucket that is prepared, and we're going to have to wash out the rug. Those things, those silver things, those are the riffles that catch everything. And what I'm going to do is unlock what's there. There's a little lock, a little latch that allows me to open that, and we are just going to wash it out and try to get everything in, everything down. So there we go. We have it unlatched, and we're going to take out everything and dump it into the bucket. And we are making sure that we are washing everything out of that sluice.
All of our hard work has come down to this, and we're going to run this through the blue bowl. We could also gold pan that. That's why I was trying to teach you how to gold pan.
Oh wait, where is the blue bowl?
Blue bowl is in my car. We could do that tonight.
Got it.
Play some video games, Smash Bros, and run the blue bowl.
Okay, so how do you feel about how
Daniel, that looks good. It looks like you remembered gold panning.
I have such good memory. I have godly like memory.
Cool thing about the hotel, it's this is the hallway where we're at. It leads to it's like a maze. Like there's a mall in here. There's like a great Mexican restaurant down there. You all know I love Mexican. The coffee bar. Yep, gonna have some breakfast. It's an awesome place. Look at these puppies. Can you explain to the world what? Okay. Can you explain to the world what you just named your new stuffed animal?
Barry.
What's your name?
Barry.
Where's your mustache? Oh, you do have a mustache. It kind of blends in.
Yeah.
Or is that a goatee?
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Barry.
Thank you.
How do you feel about holes? That's pretty accurate. Well, it's another day in paradise, and I'm gonna get breakfast. There's one problem. Naturally I'd go down there. Guess who has a job interview in an hour? This guy. So I'm gonna get some breakfast.
And here we are again. So anyway, the job thing. I still have a job. I still have the same job that I had. Last year, I had a different principal who was just fired, and I was able to work remotely, and it helped me be really prolific with this channel. Now, I have shown you in various videos what my commute is like. I spend on average about 5 hours per day in traffic, and during the pandemic, all of that was lifted, and a new person arose. So I still have a job, but we have to do something about that.
So, what do I do first?
Okay, put it on your head.
Alright, let's move it, Tangle.
Gabby, Daniel, give Gabby that scoop. She's got a signal.
Did she find something?
She sure did.
Oh, nice. Find anything in the blue bowl?
No, we didn't do the blue bowl yet. We were waiting for you. Good question, Amelia.
Nice. This keeps me relatively warm.
It's gonna rain today.
Yeah.
Yep.
You gonna try this though?
Here and then
Excellent. All right, let me get this set up for you.
This was July when everything was fresh and I was trying to process everything. I was actually not in the mood for metal detecting, and that says a lot. There was more than just the job stuff, and actually that was the more significant thing that set me off. You always protect family, and obviously, as you can see, you know, my wife and kids, they're absolutely fine, but I'll just say, you know, and we're protecting family here, the most catastrophic betrayal that I ever experienced in my life happened, and I was trying to process that too. So we'll leave it at that. But at this point, I brought metal detectors, but let's teach.
All right, we got 2 detectorists at it this morning. Alex and the Gabster.
So since we have this stormy background, let's go for metaphor a little bit here. I applied to a few hundred jobs over the summer, and the most heartbreaking one, I made it to round 7 and was even told about orientation in my hometown of Freeport, but then I got nixed. I'm 21 years into my career, and I assume, they never told me, they never hired somebody for that position that I supposedly got, but I was about to celebrate, and then last minute, I didn't hear another thing from them. It was in Daniel's school. I thought that I was going to have a job in Daniel's school, and my commute would be over. It didn't work out that way, and there were a few other very close calls too. But I'm not somebody who gives up easily. You've seen me metal detect. I'm going to keep pushing, and eventually it will happen.
Let's see if I could get you a better picture. Right at the right-hand side of the circle. And another one, that's the bigger one right there.
Realism. There's no gold there, dumbass. It might hurt to say, but the gold happened in the process of gold mining. It is a memory that will be ingrained in your mind. Quality, family, time. That is the gold. You didn't find gold. But the beauty is, as a metal detectorist, that can always change in a moment.
All right, I got the kids started. They are detecting and finding stuff in the shallow. I'm going to see what I could get before we get more requests to metal detect. Everybody else is out in the boats. Let's do some detecting. I'm using the Beach Hunter.
How's it doing, Kyle?
Good signal. But I don't know if it is a nail that's underneath, because I'm seeing yellow, but then it all of a sudden turns red.
Oh yeah, it might be a nail. But wait, if it's a buttercup, then... Oh yeah, wait.
It's all right.
Hello. Wait, if there's a bottle cap, can I have it? Because I'm really looking for a bottle cap.
Oh, absolutely. Bottle caps are all yours, buddy.
Can you put it underwater more? I love junk. What do you have any bottle caps? You might have got like a coin or something.
I'm sure I have some in my...
This, nothing so far.
Just rocks? Alright. But you owe me a bottle cap now.
I owe you a bottle cap. I got you. I got you. Oh, yeah. No, I found a bunch of the $1 coins.
Really?
Yep.
I bet you got it.
Yep. I think we got it.
What is it? Yep, it's a coin. It's bigger than a penny. It's a quarter.
It's a quarter.
Nice.
Yep.
It's from 1997.
All yours, buddy.
Thank you. coin do I have there? It said $quarter. I was like,
Yep, that's right.
1970.
What's your name, buddy?
Thomas.
Thomas. All right, so what we're doing is we are fundraising. This is a start. Just met his mom and dad, and he's putting all these coins towards a new metal detector. So Daniel and Gabby, you know, their dad detects, meaning me. So we're starting out a new detectorist.
But you know what? On that given day, with everything going on, I was not feeling like detecting. And just like that, a new detectorist was born. I decided to take out the paddle boats, and my new friend was spending some good time doing
And there's
some
Daniel
metal detecting.
and Alex.
And I'm not, it would have been forced if I did it, so I went out with the kids and we created a new detectorist. It was awesome.
It was like George Washington crossing the Delaware. Is this the paddle boat?
This is stand-up boat.
Let me give it a try.
You can stand up. This is the front.
Oh my God.
You should take that off.
Yeah, that'll probably fall, but I need to...
It's gonna fall now, I would say. Or if it hits the board.
You don't have much faith in me, do
If
you?
it hits the board, it's gonna fall.
She didn't have too much faith in me. But you know what? I did. I am the merger between fat and athletic. You know what that is? Fathletic.
Gabby, can you put this back? Not the two of you, it's a lot. Gabby's not going to be able to pedal.
The problem that I have is that my brain weighs 50 pounds.
Do you want me to go with you? You were almost away.
I want to try again, but I was very nervous. I'm like, don't tip the child over. He's going to tip eventually.
I just heard that narration for the first time. No, I didn't tip. I'm fathletic.
Right about there.
Like the Energizer Bunny, I just keep going and going and going and going and going and going.
Oh, they're gonna.
Meryl's holding on strong though.
Meryl's holding on strong though. I'm the fat guy in the distance who, no matter what gets thrown at me, I'm gonna be okay. A lot of that is due to the fact that I've got a great support system at home. But it certainly got tried over the last few months. And of course, being a fat guy on a stand-up paddleboard, that exacerbates the problem too.
Balance of a cat.
All right, these guys are going out again. I'm gonna try by the docks. Let's detect zinc-in and a Band-Aid. Nickel. I tell you what, there's a lot of signals here, and a lot of them are iron. I'm guessing because when they constructed the dock. But we should have a good day signal-wise. Here's a dime. Thought I had something really nice. Nope. Exquisite zinc. Zinc? Nickel. Dime. Dime.
Duck? Well, metal detecting did not work out. Gold mining did not work out. But you know what? We had a heck of a time.
It is time to pack up and go home.
I'm gonna miss this place because we might go back in the winter.
I hope so.
We might not be producing videos in the winter because this whole lake's gonna be frozen.
Well, I think they want to see us do a ice skating competition.
Oh, you know, I'll win that first thing.
You really?
Yep.
Gabby, are you in for an ice skating competition on a metal detecting channel? Is that a yeah?
Yeah.
You go, girl.
It was a fun trip.
This trip proved to me that you don't necessarily have to be successful with something to set things in motion. The young man, Tommy, his parents told me before they left that he is getting a metal detector. In fact, they ordered it while he was up there. He got a Noctis Simplex. So we created a new detectorist, and maybe some of the memories might have created a few future gold miners. Learning is a very mysterious thing in that if we think back in time, we could barely remember just fragments of it, the experiences, but those experiences stick in our head and they're seeds. They turn into something. And I just want to shout out all the teachers of the world. The majority of the work that we do gets forgotten, but it is the process of planting seeds. I can't say, despite 2 master's degrees and 4 certifications, that my skills are in high demand right now, but I am not losing faith in myself and my abilities. I've been gone for the past 4 months, but what have I learned? I've learned that you have to move 1,000,000 rocks and pieces of sand to find slight pieces of gold. You can certainly have fortunate moments where it all appears for you, but the majority of it is work and being willing to go through that process. I most definitely am. If for no other reason, I am modeling for my kids. If you commit to get up, you become invincible. And I'm committing for the rest of my life to get up no matter what.